What is up, Watch fam? I am Christian from Theo and Harris, and welcome to Ask Teenage Live. Let's do this. Hey from London, what is up from London? I hope you're watching Radiohead. I don't know what you're talking about. Dat Basculante, yeah, I love this thing. I have a Cartier Tank Basculante on my wrist. For those of you guys to take a look at this, it is super awesome. It actually predates the Zodiac Rousseau, which is kind of cool. Look at this thing. Look at that flipping mechanism. It's so much fun. I mean, this is something you can have fun with all day. I mean, you know, that is if you're a mental patient, but still, isn't that fun? I don't know. You know, you're having fun with watches and you can kind of just sit there and play with them. Hey from Norway, what is up from Norway? I am Christian from Theo and Harris. Ask me some questions, Watch fam. Let's do it. Irish car bomber in the house. What's up, buddy? Hi from India. What's up, India? Thoughts on the Rolex Explorer II? Okay, my thoughts on the Rolex Explorer II. Question from a fan. I think that the Rolex Explorer II right now represents some of the best value in the modern Rolex market. Period. You have, I think it's 40 millimeters, right? 40 millimeter case, steel bezel, GMT, black or white dial, oyster bracelet. I mean, there is, and frankly, it's kind of an obscure watch-ish for Rolex standards. So that to me makes it even better. And they're trading markedly lower than subs. I don't know where you're getting them, but maybe around $4,000 for, 4,500 bucks, maybe $5,000 if it's so daring. But at the end of the day, I mean, look at the watches you're getting. I mean, you're getting an unmatched, you know, Rolex. You're getting a Rolex that packs, you know, incredible punch, and at the price, it's just, you can't touch it. You can't touch a decent sub for the price you can touch like a box and papers, unpolished Explorer II. So that's awesome. Ceramic cases, if you had to pick one, which would it be? I don't know. I don't know. Like someone asked about ceramic cases, and if I had to pick one, which one would it be? What are the ceramic cases I even know about? I know that Omega made a ceramic Speedmaster a little while ago. That was a pretty cool watch. I've seen one on the wrist of somebody and it looked beautiful, but I wasn't too big of a fan. I guess further than that, you have a lot of women's ceramic watches. I guess if I were to pick a ceramic watch, I'd have to go with the white Chanel ceramic watch with diamonds. I think that would be the best watch for me. What an ugly thing. What an ugly, ugly thing. I'm sorry. Maybe some of you guys have purchased those for your wives, but oofa. Or some of you women out there who are watching have purchased that for yourselves. Either way, I'm not a big fan. The Turnograph is underrated. Yes, the Rolex Turnograph is an underrated watch. Yeah, they are. They are. Is that a new haircut? Yes, I am going on vacation next week, and I did not want to have a mop on my head, a sweaty mop, so I got a haircut. I don't love it, but you know, we're gonna persevere. Have you decided what you think about the new HODINKEE Heuer? Yes, yes, I have decided what I think about the new HODINKEE Heuer, and I like it. But if you want more of my opinion, like a 16-minute long opinion, Ask TNH or Rant TNH will be live on Monday. We're gonna put a really good video together. It's a great watch. I think so, at least. Views on the Tudor Black Bay ETA. Great question. Tudor originally started off with their Black Bay with an ETA movement, and now they've moved over to an in-house movement. I've heard a lot of conflicting opinions on whether or not that actually matters, and the answer is I don't know. I don't know how much that matters. I just don't know. How different is the watch? Is it better? More importantly, is it as easily serviceable? I can't see why not. I don't know. I'm kind of at a crossroads with the whole thing. Someone just asked my thoughts on original 1970s Zodiac Seawolves, and my answer is short. They are awesome. Zodiac Seawolves represent some of the best value in the vintage watch market, I believe, and certainly some of the most attractive watches on the vintage dive market. It's actually a watch that predates the Submariner, isn't it? Which is really interesting. And the 70s models particularly, although not original, they're not from the 50s, they are beautiful. Show some photos of some 70s models here. Beautiful colors, just like fluorescent orange and blues, and I'm a really, really big fan of these watches. Someone wants to know if I can source a white dialed Gevril Paul Newman. And here's my answer. That's hard. I don't know if I can do it immediately. I'm sure I can find one eventually. They are very, rare, and they're beautiful in my opinion. Watches, for a more in-depth kind of analysis of the Gevrol Tribeca, take a look at a video we made a couple of weeks ago about the Gevrol Tribeca. Put the link below if you're on YouTube here. It's a beautiful watch. It's a total ripoff. It's a total ripoff of the Paul Newman, the exotic Daytonas. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's a well-constructed watch with a great oyster bracelet, a beautiful dial, screw-down pushers, and a bezel that actually would fit appropriately on the original Paul Newman's Rolex Daytonas, which to me makes it endlessly more cool. And the icing on the cake, Gevrol Tribecas were introduced when Paul Newman's were like still Rolex Daytonas. Like Paul Newman's didn't skyrocket until what? Like 2001, 2, and then really not until 2008 when they won? I mean, no. Lee wants a ripoff is a ripoff. You're wrong. A ripoff is not a ripoff. You sound like that's kind of like the defense that like old racist people give. Like, well, I grew up X is X. No, it's ridiculous. There's more depth to a story. You can't just say like, oh no, I'm gonna write this off because it breaks some law that someone told me can't be a thing. To me, it's just so stupid, and it happens so often. No, I feel very aggressively about the matter. I think it's just so boring to cut off the opportunity to share a narrative on something because the fundamental or the top line bothers you. Sorry. Any recommendations for my NYC trip, watch-related places? I mean, tough call. Watch-related places in NYC. Go to Wempe. I mean, you can't spend more than like 20 minutes there, but it's a really cool place. Go upstairs, go to Wempe, check out some Longas and some Patek's and some digital Kults and everything. Go to Wempe, then go upstairs into the peninsula and grab a drink. They are very expensive drinks, but they are delicious, and the view is beautiful. So if you're in Manhattan and you want to do a watch thing, go check out some awesome watches, then go upstairs, have a couple drinks, and wax poetic about them. That's what I think. Have you ever tried on a Bell & Ross watch? Do you think they're do you think they're wearable for everyday occasions? Too big? I like Bell & Ross watches. Sorry, that's the worst thing ever anyone could say, I know, but I actually like them. I think that some of them are really cool. I think that the hemorrhaging that they take on the aftermarket makes them attractive. Would I buy one new? No, I wouldn't. But for a third of the price of their retail, I think they're great. There are a lot of people out there that don't want to spend $5,000 or everyone says that it's a dead zone until $6,000 anyway. So why even mess around? Jean Rousseau, X Theo and Harris, best thing ever. Yes, for those of you who do not know, we released our collaboration with Jean Rousseau this past week. Two straps, the Type 1 and the Type 2 that were handmade in France. One is a pebbled leather, one is a smooth calf, and they are both blow your mind good. The quality is second to none. I explained this to someone last night. The only brand that I think matches, if not to be humble, could beat a Jean Rousseau quality is Hermes. I think that Hermes makes some amazing watch straps. But for the price, it's ridiculous. The Jean Rousseau at $160 and Hermes at $400, not even close. Sorry. It's not even, maybe for $20 if you prefer, or $40 if you prefer the Hermes, but for double the price, more than double the price, not even close to being worth it. Thoughts on vintage Tudor day-dates, value props? Yes, a vintage Tudor day-date is, in my opinion, one of the largest value props in the market, whether that's in steel or in two-tone or in linen, whatever the configuration is. These are some tremendously valuable watches. Not only are they 36, and they're only 36 millimeters, or 36 millimeters, which makes them incredibly wearable and modern feeling. I think that the Tudor brand is on. I would give my endorsement to these watches even if they weren't Tudor, but they are, which makes them even more to me on the rise. I hate to call watches an investment because it's such a tricky thing. People want to return different things from investments, but at the end of the day, This is one of the watches at less than 2,500 bucks most times. You can have a blast. You can own something for less than a Datejust that is just as good, if not better, than a Datejust to many people. So it's an enormous. I have two of them, which I guess is a good way to close that statement, to close that massive endorsement. I have two Tudor date days. If you're interested in one, shoot me a message. I have a two-tone with a bracelet, and I have a steel on steel. So shoot me a line if you want to buy one, because I have them. What would you do to sort out Zenith? I don't know. I'll make a video on it though. Great question. Great question. Okay, Kim Kardashian and the Cartier tank, my thoughts. Okay, so Kim Kardashian bought Jacqueline Onassis's Cartier tank. One of the most beautiful, refined, elegant watches ever. Owned by one of the most beautiful, refined, elegant women ever. And Kim Kardashian bought it, and a lot of people are very upset. I'm not angry, because to get angry over something that is so irrelevant to my life is ridiculous. But I get the distaste and the displeasure or the unhappiness people kind of feel. This Cartier tank is a material representation of the old class of America. And Kim Kardashian is a living, breathing representation of what is kind of the new wave of, just in many people's opinion, awful, trashy, tasteless, untalented. I'm not, these aren't necessarily my opinions, I'm just sharing what I know that many people feel. The kind of fame that you get from literally making a sex tape, or your dad getting OJ off. So then again, like, what did Jackie Onassis do? I'm sure she did amazing things, but who the fuck really knows? I'm not doubting that I'm not saying that Kim is better than Jackie, or that Jackie's better than Kim. I'm not even going to go there, because to me it's kind of a layup. But what do we really know about Jackie Onassis, apart from the fact that she, was the president's wife and she wasn't in a sex tape? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are throwing a lot of stones without really knowing these two people. And once again, I'm not trying to dispute it. I much prefer Jackie Kennedy. I mean, I don't like Kim Kardashian. I think that she's very complaining and boring. I'm not a fan. But it's a shame, I guess. I don't know. I would have much rather gone to someone else. I would have much rather someone that represented that old world American class buy that Cartier. But it is what it is. When do you drop more watches? We release new watches every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and every Thursday at 9 a.m. Tuesday we release 6 watches, Thursday we release 1. This past Thursday we released an absolutely amazing Le Coultre, with a manually wound movement, a stunning watch, a black, like marbled patina, but with a gilt dial. This is truly an amazing watch. It's white gold filled with these crazy lugs. I cannot believe it hasn't sold yet, but it hasn't. So if you guys are interested in this watch, please check it out at theoandharris.com. That's it, guys. This was a quick little live session. I have to split. I have things to do, but it's always awesome talking to all of you. I really love these give and take kind of sessions. Have an awesome day, and we will catch up on Monday. Adios.